What's going on, everybody? I know in the last video I promised you I'd introduce you guys to Ezekiel. Unfortunately, he's in full shed. Um, most of the snakes we have now, they all seem to shed at the same time. Let me know if that's normal. I'm not sure if that's a common thing to happen. So he won't be in the show today, but I do have this Zelda here. She's just a baby. See her hiding her head. She just shed today, actually. She's had a pretty decent shed in there. She's got one little spot of stuck shed that we'll try to get off of her in a little while, but she is beautiful. I don't know if you can see that spot right there. She's got a tiny little spot on her head. I put some shed assisting stuff on it to help her. She is a very, very pretty little girl. I weighed her last night. I think she weighs right at maybe 320 grams, I think. So she's still got a ways to go, but I wanted to show you guys this beautiful, beautiful snake. She is a beauty. Look at that pattern, man. So she's a pewter, and which is a cinnamon pastel, if I'm not mistaken. And Ezekiel, the one I was gonna show you, is a mystic pewter. So he's got a little more black in him, and he is 500 grams, I think, when I weighed him last night. So he's getting close. Might be 600 grams. He's getting real close. Not sure. Hopefully he'll be ready by September. I'm not sure though. But this is Zelda. She's a beauty. Or I think she is anyway. I don't know. I'm not sure what anybody else would think. She's kind of camera shy. I don't know if you can tell or not. But that's her. She's we've had her since she was about 100, maybe 120 grams when we got her. So we've had her for a little while. I gotta get this spot off her head later. Anyhow, hold on one second. Let me put her back. Well, she's not ready to go back. She wants to hang out a little bit longer, so she can chill as long as she wants. She's really calm and really easy to handle. When we first got her, she was in really bad shape. She was severely dehydrated and she wasn't eating very good. She was dehydrated to the point where her eye cap looked like her eye cap was stuck. So we would do a humidity bath and take a Q-tip and try to rub them lightly, and we noticed that it wasn't coming off. So what we did was we found a thing on one of the forums, one of the threads in the group that we're in on Facebook, and it said to put just a tiny little bit of Pedialyte in a little bit of warm water, 85, 86 degree water, and just let her soak for 30 minutes at a time. We did that 4 or 5 times, I think, and I can't express to you how much that's helped. That helped a lot. That helped her. She's no longer dehydrated. Her eyes look good. She normally has a good shed. I'm not sure what happened with this one, with the stuck shed on her head right there. But yeah, it helped her. It rehydrated her really well, and also made her use the bathroom, which was probably why she wasn't eating. So she used the bathroom, and she got rehydrated, and she's just a beautiful little snake. She also had a little bit of scale rot on her belly when we got her, so we soaked her in some betadine solution for that, and it took care of that. She shed that right off with her first shed. at the first shed after we got her. So she's doing really good. It's kind of difficult to take in a snake like that when we were told that she was healthy and eating fine, that she just shed. That's why we thought the eye caps were stuck, because they told us that she just shed. The breeder that we got her from said she just shed, and she may have shed, but that was definitely not stuck eye cap. She was severely dehydrated. We thought we were gonna lose her. For sure, thought we were gonna lose her. I have another guy over here. I'll do him coming up pretty soon. We got him. He was in horrible shape as well. He was severely underweight, and he would hardly eat. And he wasn't drinking anything. He wasn't eating anything. But we finally got him going. Unfortunately, we had to start him small. I think we started him on a fuzzy just to get him to eat. And then after he started eating a couple of those, then we moved him up to frozen thawed mice. And now he's eating those no problem. He hasn't turned one down yet, so that's good. But Zelda is, she's definitely one, I want to say one of my favorites, but you'll probably hear me say that about all of them. I like them all. They're all my favorite. The one I don't like, the one that I like the least probably is the big Mojave that we have. You guys seen her, Lucille. But say hello. Say hello. Won't focus. I tried. Yeah, she's really cool. She's really chill. Once she's kind of woke her up a minute ago and got her out a little bit. So she's still waking up. Once she wakes up, she's really calm. For the most part, most of them are very calm. The only reason that I don't really care much for the big one, Lucille, instead of the big one. She's a big girl. And she's just, I don't think she's used to being handled much. She's older, so I don't know if we can break her from some of the things that she does or not. So we'll see how that goes in time. Maybe everything will be fine. Keep looking to my right over here because we got a hog nose that needs to get settled in. So we just got her in last Wednesday. Yep, we got her last Wednesday on the 10th, so she should be ready to eat. We've offered twice and she hasn't eaten anything, but I'm sure it's just from not being settled in. So we'll offer her again Wednesday, maybe tomorrow and Wednesday, and see if she'll take. So we'll have to put her in a small. We need to get a small container, maybe. Well, I thought I had one in here. I guess, yeah, maybe this. Maybe this that she came in. We'll try to feed her in this little cup instead of in her enclosure. We normally feed all of ours in our enclosures, and we haven't had a problem with any of them being cage defensive, which can be a thing. Fortunately, we haven't had that problem. So with her, though, we talked to the breeder the other day and asked if there was anything special that he did to get her to eat, and he said that he would feed her in this tub. So this is her tub that she came in. Well, it's probably backwards. I don't know if you guys can read it or not, but that's what she came in. I did weigh all of the snakes yesterday that we have, except for the corn snakes, and that's just because they won't be still long enough to get a good weight on them. Let's see. So yeah, so we got 3 ball pythons that are in the 300 range. We got the one I was just telling you about, Romeo, that was really underweight when we got him. It's like $2.99, so he's pushing 300. Rats must be thirsty, but he's pushing 300, so he's getting there. And then the normal that we have, he's a little over 300, and then this girl, she was the biggest of the 3. She's at 320, so that's good. She's eating really well. She doesn't really turn down any food either. we're trying to switch all of them to frozen thawed. Some of them are still alive, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I guess it's just preference. They say that it can hurt your snake. The rat can hurt your snake. You can scratch it or bite it, which I've seen happen. So we're trying to get that everything switched over. Last video you heard me talking about the rats. We had 3 babies. I don't remember if I mentioned those or not. They are now walking fuzzies. They were pinkies. It's only been about 8 days and they're growing really fast. They got fur and they're walking around, and we had 10 more rat babies, pinkies, but for some reason the mother didn't nurse them, so she didn't do a very good job, and all of those sadly starved. She wasn't nursing. So we also picked up some mice, so we'll see how that goes. We have 7. I think we had 8, but one of them didn't make it. I mean, it happens. Also, on the way home from bringing those mice home, one of them had babies on the way home, but they didn't make it either, unfortunately. So we'll see. It's a work in progress. We'll see. Hopefully that the main purpose for the mice is it's cheaper to feed the mice than it is to feed the snakes, if that makes any sense. So we're going to try to feed them so we can self-sustain our animals by doing that. So we'll see how that goes. I'll keep you guys posted on that. Surely it'll work out just fine. I think I hear more babies. I'm going to have to check in a minute. I'm not sure. I haven't actually checked for babies today, so I'll do that. Once again, this is Zelda. She is a pewter. She's a beautiful, beautiful snake. Beautiful. She's got a really unique pattern. I love it. Alright. Thank you guys. I'll see you next time.